Welcome back to our YouTube channel. For today's makeup, my boyfriend chose my look. So when I let my boyfriend choose how I should look, it becomes kind of a witchy demon. But well, if you want to know how to create a makeup just like this one, please keep watching because I will show you step by step in the coming video. What happens when you let your boyfriend decide what kind of makeup you should do? Well, in my case, it is something dark and Halloween-like. So this is the picture. I don't know if you can see it very well. I will add it in the video somewhere as well. So that is the makeup he wanted me to do, and well, that's what we're gonna do. So the deep lines on the skin we will create with rigid collodion, and to map out where I want all those lines to be, I have a brown pencil liner by Meron, and with that I'm just going to go in with the liner to decide where the scar should be. So the makeup isn't that difficult, but it's kind of Halloween themed once again. The lines on the forehead don't really seem to be wounds, but I will just sketch them out very quickly. Now the basic lines are on my skin. I'm gonna trace them all with a few layers of rigid collodion. So rigid collodion is a scarring liquid that pulls the skin together. So when you put a few layers on your skin, you get nice, deep, old looking scars. And rigid collodion is very smelly. That's something you should be aware of before you buy it. You don't want to put any of it on your lips. It hurts to remove it again. And you don't want to put any on the soft tissue around your eyes either. Don't get it in your mouth. Don't get it in your eyes. But when you keep to all those guidelines, it is loads of fun to play with. And the more layers you apply, the deeper your scars will be. When you want to work with rigid collodion, it works best on the soft skin that has a bit of, well, movement to it. It will create less of an effect on the nose. The skin on the forehead usually is a bit tighter than the skin on your cheeks. So depending on where you will put the scar, the effect will be bigger or less big. And that is something you will probably see in a bit with the part on my cheek in comparison to the scar I'm creating on my forehead. Now all the rigid collodion is on my skin. I decided to remove this little bit again, so you can see that my skin is very red. And that is basically because there is no remover for rigid collodion, so you just need to peel it off and get it off with your fingers. And if you have a sensitive skin like I do, you will get kind of red stripes where the rigid collodion used to be. Put a bit of cream on it and the next day it will all be gone. Time to get my skin painted, and that is why I have the Creature palette by Ben Nye. There is a very nice off-white color. It is called Blue Spirit, and I will use that one for the base of my makeup. For now, this is just a base coat, so I don't really need to make it that opaque, as there will be loads more colors on my skin. For a few highlights, I will take the white from the same palette. And there is kind of a triangle shape on her forehead as a highlight. So that kind of blocks the entire shape I put on there with the pencil liner, but that's okay. We will put it on there at the end again. And also a few pretty prominent highlights on the cheeks. They will definitely not stay this white, but I do want to keep to the colors I see on the picture. And onto a greenish color which is called Frankenstein, and that seems to be kind of most of the rest of the skin. With just a clean, slightly damp brush, I'm blending those colors together, so I don't have those really hard lines between the yellow, between the green and the white. So the skin tone I choose for the nose was not really the color on the picture. This isn't the color either, but I'm gonna go with this one. There is a bit on the chin, and also the nose is that very strange color, to be honest. I'll try to blend it in the green a bit. So this should be a bit more red brown, but I think this would work as well. So there's really a strange nose color going on there. Now I covered all my scars with the colors from the creature palette, and I obviously need to bring those colors back, and that's why I'm switching to the FX palette, which has a lovely colors to achieve this with, and I'm using a few different detail brushes to get that coloring done. The first color I'm using is called Misty Violet, and once again with a dry brush I'm blending them out a little bit. It's very purple. So I did paint that little bit that I actually removed. I removed the rigid collodion, but I do want that scar to continue to above my lip. So this color is Deep Bruise. Putting that more in the center of the scars. And finally, this is the black. So painting straight lines is difficult for me today somehow. Onto dark red for the shape on the forehead. Switching back to black for the eyebrows. So she has very narrow eyebrows. That's why I'm just painting a part of mine black. They don't have the curve mine have. So I'm just going to continue outward. And for the other one I'm going to do exactly the same. Now all the basic shapes are on my skin. I'm going to continue to powders. This is the Cool Glam palette by Ben Nye. I'm first just going to use black on my eyes, because she has very dark eyes. I'm just going to make mine very dark as well. I'm using the red from the palette to smudge the lipstick a bit outside of my natural lips. There is also a dark green in this palette, and I'm going to use that for the shadowing on the rest of my face. So I just have a very small brush. That is basically because the rest of my brushes are all dirty and I need to clean them. But that is okay, we can work with this one as well. Just takes a bit longer to get those shadows on the skin. So I don't really know where this character is from. Maybe it's just a picture my boyfriend liked on the internet, but him requesting this makeup kind of makes me smile. We are really a Halloween themed family, kind of all year. Kind of going off script here with this green around the eyes. She doesn't really have that. It kind of reminds me of something Asian somehow. I feel the shape on my forehead just isn't dark enough. I'm just adding a bit of color to it. That looks better. The black pencil liner to color my waterline. Now I quickly popped in my contacts and put my wig cap on. And in one of the final steps in this makeup I'm gonna color my neck black again, because in the picture I got the neck's just black. So I'm gonna mimic that with the Essential Black by Diamond FX. I also painted my neck black last week with the skull makeup, but this creature doesn't really seem to have a neck. So I'm quickly gonna put my wig on, which is very big. Let me see if this fits the makeup I'm doing. Does it cover my ears? That's the big question. Not entirely. So I do need to paint my ears. Always love to paint my ears. And there my ears are gone. Most of them. Anyway, I forgot the highlight on the tip of the nose. So quickly doing that with a white star blend. While I'm making highlights, let's highlight the cheeks as well. Just a tiny bit. Finally, I need to get rid of my blue sweater, so let's just get something black. And there it is. It's just the same thing I wore last week. perfect for this YouTube video. So to finish off this look, pretending that this should be a demon, I think the inside of the mouth should be black. So that is why I have the mouth stains in black. I'm gonna spray it in my mouth and it will color my tongue, my gums, my teeth all black. So that is a wonderful product. Yes, and with that my demon, I think, makeup tutorial for today is done. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our YouTube channel in the link below. Stay tuned on all our videos. For now, I wish you a wonderful day and I hope to see you back here on Wednesday when we have a new quick and easy face painting tutorial with Simone.